Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, children? Hope you all are good and enjoying your classes. This is our social studies class. Today, we are going to revise social studies as Alhamdulillah we have completed our course of first term according to our scheme of studies. So, we are going to have a revision today of all the included units or the included lesson chapters. First, you on unit number 1, geography, we have lesson 1, the earth in space. As you all remember, in this lesson we have studied about the position of earth in the space in the solar system. Let's read a little bit. They are all part of the solar system, sun, moon, and the earth. The solar system is made up of sun and the 8 planets. All of you knew the names of 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And they are move around the sun in space. The earth is a planet. From the 8th planet, our earth is on the 3rd position in solar system. It is surrounded by the atmosphere, which is made of layers of air that keep all living things alive. Our earth is surrounded by air. This is called atmosphere. But when we go out in space, there is no atmosphere. It means no air. Atmosphere is made up of layers of the air because air has the oxygen. That's why it keep all living things alive because of oxygen. Space is the vast darkness beyond the earth and sky. There is no light or air in space, so no life in space. But there are millions of stars and planets, millions of kilometers away from Earth. We can see the stars at night, but we see the sun during the day. And sun is the source of light and energy for us. Sun is in the center and earth is moving around it anti-clockwise. And then with our earth we have a moon. Moon revolves around the earth. Earth around the sun and moon around the earth. The moon is closer to the earth. As compared to the sun, the moon is closer to the earth. Sun is very far away from earth and moon is closer, but its size is very small. It is smaller than the earth and it is solid. It has no heat or light of its own. Its light is a reflection of the sun's light. As I told you, when you see in the night, when you see the moon on the sky shining, it doesn't mean that moon has its own light. No, sun's light comes here and then it reflects. So that's why it starts shining. When the sun's light come on moon, then the moon starts shining and we see from the earth that moon is bright and shine. The moon is called a natural satellite because it goes around the earth. What is satellite? Satellite is an object which moves around a planet. And what is planet? Planet is an object in space which moves around the sun. This is the difference between satellite and planet. Planet moves around the sun and satellite moves around the planet. Early in the morning, we say the sun is rising. In the evening, we say the sun is setting. Actually, the sun does not move at all. As you know, sun does not move. It's fixed on its position. Planets are moving. Our earth is moving. That's why because of the movement of earth, sun is rising and setting. Earth has two type of movement, as I told you. One around its axis because of which we have day and night, and another movement is around the sun, and because of this movement we have the 4 seasons. Okay children, I hope this is an easy lesson. You all understood it well. Then after understanding the position of Earth in the space in solar system, we are going to have a lesson about the surface of the Earth. What we have studied here, that the surface of the Earth is made up of land and water. Told you 70% water, 30% land. Seas and oceans make up almost 2/3 of the Earth's surface. It means water is more than the land. Then we have seen that the land near the sea is called the coast, as I told you here. Where there is land meets the water of ocean or sea, this is called coast. It is at the same level at the sea. In some places there are high mountains, like in this picture. They can reach a height or altitude of over 8,000 meters above sea level. Mount Everest in Nepal is the highest mountain in the world, and it is 8,848 meters high. And I told you about the K2. K2 is the second highest peak in the world and located in Pakistan at the border of China. Then further in this lesson, we have seen that the large areas of water on the earth are called oceans. Smaller areas are called seas. I told you large areas of water, ocean, and smaller area are called seas. Usually the sea is near the land and oceans are away from the land area. When the water comes near the land, then it changes into seas. Okay, then there are waves on the surface of the ocean and seas. The water in the sea is always moving about. These movements are called currents, like this. When there is a storm at sea, the wind causes high and rough waves. And we should avoid to go near the sea at that time when there are high waves in the seas. The deepest point in the ocean is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. I told you it was somewhere here, Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. It is the deepest point. Then, besides the oceans and seas, we have in our land areas, we have hills and mountains. Hills are not as high and steep as mountains. Mountains are higher than the hills. Hills are small. We can easily climb on hills, but mountains are so steep and high. The lowland between the hills or mountains is called a valley. Between two mountains, two hills, or all other sides there are mountains or hills, the land in the middle is called valley. It's a beautiful place. A high area of land is called a plateau. In some areas, there are no hills, no mountains, but the surface of the land is little bit higher. This is called plateau. Okay. Flatlands at lower levels are called plains. Flatlands where we have the fields of crops different, so these are called flatlands and they are lower or on the same level. Some parts of the land have very little water. These places are often sandy and rocky and are called deserts, where there are very less rainfalls, not any rivers or lakes near there, and the land is very sandy and rocky, and this area is called desert. And the largest desert in the world is the maybe largest, the Sahara Desert, which is in Africa. Here in Saudi Arabia, we have Rabu al Khali. In Pakistan, the third desert. Mostly in all continents, there are deserts except one continent, I think in Europe, there isn't any desert. In some parts of the earth, there is a lot of ice and snow, and it is very cold. Very high mountains are often covered by snow. In other parts, there are thick forests. These all things in are comes under the, you can say, under the topic of lands of the earth. How the land area of the earth look like. Somewhere there are hills and mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, deserts, then ice and snow covered mountains, then there are thick forest. So these all are about the, then what we have, an area of land surrounded by water on all sides is called an island. All sides water, and there is a land area between, it is called island, and a body of water surrounded by land on all sides is called a lake. We get fresh water from lakes and rivers. Rivers begin in the mountains and flow down into lakes or the sea. It is important to keep our lakes and rivers clean. Polluted means dirty water causes animal and plant life in it to become diseased and died out. If the water is dirty, then our plants and animals die out. This upsets the cycle of nature and causes more problems. This is all chapter about the land and water of the surface of the earth. Okay. All these lessons are in sequence. First, we understood the position of earth in space. Then we have seen the land and water area of the earth, means the surface of the earth, how it looks like. Somewhere there are seas, somewhere there are oceans, then land area, deserts, mountains, forest, hills, plateaus, deserts. So this is all about surface of the earth. Then we have map. After understanding the surface of the earth, we are having a lesson number 3, maps. What it is about? To show the surface of the earth, we draw maps. A map shows the shape of the land or the sea. A map also shows where places and landforms are located. As you can see in this is the map of the world. The one part, this is Asia, the continent Asia. It shows this is Russia, this all pink area, then this is Mongolia, Kazakhstan, China, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, here is Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, here is Pakistan, India. So map shows the location of any land area or the seas also. Map shows the location of seas also. A map shows us the exact position and shape of something. Maps cannot usually show the true or actual size of a place or a thing. Suppose in this picture, this is not the actual size, it's just showing the shape and location of Russia. But the actual size, the area covered by this country is very large. As you know, Russia is the largest country in the world. So for showing these locations and areas, a map must have a scale. For example, to show a true distance of 1 kilometer, we might use a scale of 1 centimeter on a map. This is written as 1:1000. Okay, and all of you know that every map should have the scale, which has symbols and keys, and also this scale about the location. look like it is written here. Symbols are used to show them. For example, a river is shown as a wavy blue line. For a forest, we show these trees. These symbols or signs are explained in the key. There must be a key where they already explain the different things, that what symbol shows which things. Then at the end, they told us that a book of map is called an atlas. As I told you, map could be on one paper, but atlas is a book of maps. Everything is in detail in atlas. The location of each and every part of the world discussed in detail. So this is called atlas. A book of maps is called an atlas. Then lesson number 5, our country. It's about the countries of the world and how the land area of our earth or of our world is divided into different countries. Countries are formed by people. Countries are separated from each other by borders. How can we know that how much area covered by one country? So the all the countries are separated by the borders, just like this line on the maps. Here, this line shows the border of Pakistan. There are 193 countries in the world. Each country has its own language and its own customs. Okay, there are many people in the world, more than 6.5 billion. The people in a country are called its population. Pakistan's population is over 165 million. People lives in Pakistan. This is called population of Pakistan. On the map above, you can see many different countries in Asia. Our country is called Pakistan here. And then Pakistan shares border with Iran in the west. Here is Iran in the west, Afghanistan in the northwest, China in the northeast, from this part here, and India in the east. On the southern area here, there is Arabian Sea. Look, this is the southern part of Pakistan, and here is Arabian Sea. This is the northern part, and here in the northern areas we have high mountains, steep mountains, where there is also the second highest mountain of the world, K2, situated here at the border of China. Then they told us about our country Pakistan, that it is divided into 4 provinces: Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And the northern areas, there is Gilgit-Baltistan. Okay, and every province has its capital. Sindh's capital is Karachi, Balochistan's capital is Quetta, Punjab's capital is Lahore, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's capital is Peshawar. And Islamabad is the federal capital, means the capital of the country Pakistan is Islamabad. Okay, children, this is about information in this lesson, all information about Pakistan, the location of Pakistan in the world map, then the area about Pakistan, Pakistan shares border with which countries, then how Pakistan is divided into 4 provinces. Okay, this is all about our country Pakistan. Then next lesson, a very small lesson, it's about the national identity. As I told you, what is identity? The personal identity is different and the national identity is different. National identity means someone belongs to which country or which nation or which state. They told you here there are 2 girls, Yasmin and Suzanne. Yasmin from Karachi and Suzanne from London, the capital city of the UK. She is British citizen. This is their identity. That Yasmin is a Pakistani girl. She wears shalwar kameez, like to eat biryani and spicy food. Suzanne is a British national. It's her identity, and her dress is different from Pakistanis. She likes to eat different type of foods. So they both are girls of age maybe 8 or 7 years, but they are totally different from each other because of their national identity. The citizens of Pakistan have their own national identity. We have our own flag. This is Pakistani flag. It is green and white and has a white crescent and a star. No other country has a flag like ours. Pakistanis are free to follow any religion, but most Pakistanis are Muslims. Islam is our state religion. Our national dress is shalwar kameez, but we also wear other clothes. There isn't any restriction that we must wear shalwar kameez on different occasions, special occasions, on Eid, on national days. We used to wear shalwar kameez, our national dress, but everyone is free whatever they want to wear, like shirts and trousers and saris. We have many things in common with our fellow Pakistani as our national identity is same. So we all eat similar food, have similar names, speak the same language and use the same money. And our language name is Urdu. The currency, Pakistani money, currency name is rupee, and our national game is hockey. These are the national identification of Pakistan. All these things give us a common identity. Our national identity makes us proud to be Pakistanis. Okay, children? All these chapters are included in our first term, and Alhamdulillah, we have completed our social studies course. Now it's your duty that you must learn all the question answers and also the work pages, the difficult spellings, and remember you have to read the lessons again. First read the lesson, then learn the question answer. Try to understand that what is written in the lesson, then answer the questions, then it will be very easy for you to learn. Okay, children? Thank you so much. That's all for today. Wish you a good luck.